for you. Acting is reacting. Happy birthday, Becky. Happy Valentine's Day, Becky. Becky with the good hair.
Hey guys, hey, it's me, Skinny Queen Reacts. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, everybody. I was on mute for a second. I almost went through that again. Yesterday, I was sitting there talking to everybody for like 5 minutes, and I was on mute the whole time. Anywho, welcome in, everybody. Hello, Rosebud, Jamie Carpenter, Sea Life, Just Rhonda. How you doing, Just Rhonda? I'm doing okay. How is everybody doing? Hey, Irene K. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Yes. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Wooly. Ellie. Hello, hello. It's so good to have everybody here tonight. We're going to get into some foodie. I do believe that she's prepping to travel today if she is not already, possibly is in transit. She put out pre-recorded videos today, did not go live, so that tells us a lot. So I think that she may be preparing to take off if she isn't already. Hey, Mouse Toes, welcome. Welcome in, everybody. Good to see you. Happy Friday. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday. Whoop, whoop. So glad it's the weekend. I hope everybody is having a beautiful day. Hey, Takes the Cake Pondu. Hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and go back to Foodie's mukbang that I did not cover, the pizza box mukbang, the 3 boxes from Pizza Hut. Hey, Susie Q, Shelly Daly, and then we're going to cover the 2 videos that she put out today. I thought it was important to take a look at the Pizza Hut video to see how our girl preps for traveling. Yes, that's right. It's not very good, is it? So let's go ahead and pull that video up. Kisses to you too. Takes the cake. Kisses to you. So do I, Shelly Daly. I believe she's either traveling now or preparing to travel in the AM. So, yes. Hey, April. Hello. And the reason I said that is because she didn't go live today. Normally, she's been going live every day, doing 2 and 3 hour live streams. And we didn't see her today. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at the Midnight Pizza Hut Triple Treat Box Mukbang, because this is how our girl prepares. Let's look at how she prepares for vacay. How her diet's going. This is how her diet's going. It's how it's been going too.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Hi. We interrupt this program for a special announcement. Get a cameo from me today. Great gifts, and you can keep them for
box.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So I have this triple treat box from Pizza Hut, and I just gave Salah his pizza and his wedges, and I'm taking the wings.
And surprise, I mean, shocker, we already seen that she ate Salah's pizza yesterday, the leftovers.
I tried a cookie for you guys. Whoa. Let's see if the cat likes this box. Okay, so, wow. Yum. Yum. Can you say yum?
And yesterday, there was no cookie in sight. So She ate that whole cookie by herself.
I have a creamy ranch, garlic parmesan wings, and I'm gonna eat my dessert first. I'm trying some of this cookie. Oh, it's crumbly. Bismillah. It's like,
In fact, she was eating chocolate muffins with butter. So we know she killed that whole tray of cookies, which that tray is for a family.
too crumbly though. It's like undercooked. Oh, that's good.
Hey, Angel of Glass. Hey,
It's like buttery and
Elizu.
chocolatey. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. 7-Up Zero. I'm so hungry. It's been hours since we both ate. These wings look so bomb.
Look
Amazing
at
food.
the toddler dance. The toddler dance.
Looks so bomb. Amazing food. Amazing. I got super supreme pizza, just pan pizza. I don't like.
So take a good look, you guys. Take a good look. Make sure. Take notes. Hey, always a Chevy Silverado girl. Hello. Make sure you take notes. This is what makes for a. This is what's going to make for a miserable trip for Foodie. Now, is it worth it? I think not. Hey, Thea Marie. Hey, JB. Welcome in. Susie Q. Hello.
Like stuffed crust that much, honestly. I don't know
Right,
why.
Elizu?
I find it a bit much. So I did a live stream earlier and I talked about some things about my dieting on and off. And I said that I can understand how it seems I'm trolling you guys. I get people's hopes up. I get them on board with my journey that I'm going to get healthy because I don't dispute that people care about me. And I basically said that it's my mistake, in a sense, making promises or claims I can't stick to.
So instead of doing that, I'm just going to come on here with a whole drawer full of food and state my case that don't worry about me, guys. I'm just going to continue to eat mass amounts of food while being an uncontrolled diabetic. Nothing to see here.
So I want to apologize to those people who think that's the case, you know. So I really think the best thing for me to do, honestly, is...
No, we've been new, though, girl. We've been new how you operate, so it wasn't a shocker to us. But anyways, go ahead.
Let you guys know that I can't promise.
Hey, Tucker and friends. Hey, hello, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, dieting when? She's never officially had a day one yet in the books. Not even a day one. Not even a day one.
I won't get stuck, you know, in a cycle. I can't promise that I'll do well. I can promise to be transparent. The good and the bad. But I can't really
She don't like the chicken wings, you can tell.
promise anything else because I'm having a hard time eating healthy food, apparently.
Apparently. We've been knew that, though.
And dieting. So,
Hey, Queen of Awesome.
the cookie is so soft.
Damn, girl, slow down. It's not going to get up and walk away. It's already dead.
So that disappoints you. I get it. If you'd rather tune in only when I'm on track, I get it.
Nope, Shelly. Yeah, she sped up to 1.5.
When you're watching me, it's probably better not to have like expectations.
Oh, girl, we have none. We have no expectation. Like, I don't think anybody in here has any we already know what to expect. The cycles be cycling.
On outcomes. Yum, this Parmesan sauce. Most people who have successful weight loss channels, a lot of them have already lost the weight, like Fat Girl Fed Up. Even she's had some slip ups, but you know, obese to beast. They didn't film their journey during the journey. They didn't film the ups and downs. They didn't film.
Actually, Fat Girl Fed Up did. What are you talking about? Fat Girl Fed Up did film her ups and downs. What?
The many attempts and failures I tried over the years.
What do you want, a cookie? Oh, you got one. Never mind. But, I mean, what do you want, a prize? Because you've been just filming your failures? What do you want?
Result of them finally succeeding. So if that's what you're waiting for me, I understand not wanting to tune in until then. The wings are a bit fatty, honestly. It's weird. I actually want to do a challenge.
Oh, God.
Hi. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. What are you doing up here? Hey.
The cat is telling you that it wants something to climb on. So why don't you buy, instead of spending like all this money on food, why don't you buy the cat what is it called? Like a cat house or something? A scratching post, something that it can, a cat apartment, whatever they're called.
Juice.
A cat tree. Thank you. I couldn't get the word out.
So yeah.
Hey, Great Grebo.
I mean,
yes, a cat condo.
You know,
hi, Blue Eyes.
It's not realistic for there to be no.
A catio. That's right.
What are you doing? Hold on, honey. Can you jump on the couch?
Maybe she wants to stay up there. Let her chill up there, Foodie. What's wrong? Does it take away from you eating? Are you scared she might want to get a bite?
Juice! Come here, Juice! Juice! Stop it!
Hey, Jarella.
Get back down! She's insane, as cats are.
No, she wants, cats like to climb. Get her something to climb. You're insane.
So I don't make these videos to troll or rage bait. I just do it because I'm simply having a hard time not eating this food.
When have you tried? When have you tried not to? You don't know what a hard time is because you haven't actually tried to lose weight. You haven't actually been on the journey. Nothing in life is hard for you. By the way, speaking of journey, I am down 59.2 pounds as of this morning. I went to the gym and worked out while Foodie sits here and continues to stuff her face day after day after day. I'm happy to report that I'm actually doing some things, and it feels good. It feels good. Yes. it feels good to actually be making some progress and doing something in the right direction. Have I failed? Yes. Am I sitting here saying, oh, I'm better than Chantel because I've lost weight? No. But actually, I want to thank Chantel because it's because of Chantel that I've been fighting so hard to stay on track. Because I don't want to end up, I do not want to end up like Chantel. I don't. I see it's very daunting, like, to see where she's headed. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I'm not gonna make those promises anymore. Period. But
And if anybody else out there is doing it as well or has done it, mad props to you. Because it's not easy, especially if you enjoy food, but it's worth it. Let's just say that. There is no food out there that is better than that tastes better than healthy feels. Yes, sea life, exactly. Mm-hmm. Zero alcohol whatsoever since June 1st. Congratulations, Jarella. Rosebud has lost 23 pounds. Absolutely amazing. Forgive me, Skinny, but we are about the same age, 50s, when it counts to keep your life under control. I am 47. I will be 50 in 3 years. And I said I did not want to turn 50 being morbidly obese. I just don't I don't want to do it. I've done it too long and nope, it's not going to happen. I don't want to go another year being morbidly obese. Thank you, Queen of Awesome. Thank you. And trust me, trust and believe. I've had my ups and downs. And I won't say, I don't like to say failures, but I've slid back before. But I don't plan on doing that this time. I'm really fighting for this, and my goal weight is 180. That's what I want to be. So I will get there. It's just going to take time. Yeah, Summer of Skinny, absolutely. Jarella, yes. Chantel absolutely needs therapy. Everybody who uses food to cope needs therapy. Chantel has a serious, actually, Chantel, if you want to be real, she needs inpatient. I'm just going to say, I do believe Chantel needs inpatient because she won't even try. She won't even do one day. Yes, life is beautiful when you are healthy. Absolutely. Oh, I do. I use Chantel's motivation because I don't want to breathe like her. I don't want to walk like her. I'm not saying like I'm in the ultimate shape, like I'm not, but I do push myself to do activity. I walk my dog daily. I'm back at the gym doing water aerobics. Oh yeah, it's no different, Alizu, and I'm an addict myself. It's hard to say, but I'm a food addict myself. It is no different than a drug. Like, it's an addiction, and Healthy Bees for All Girl World viewers, yes. It's an addiction, just like it's no different than drugs. It's no different than alcohol. It's no different than whatever. Shopping addiction, gambling, no different. But she doesn't seem to want any part of help. None. She doesn't want anything to do with it. She wants to talk and verbalize. She wants it to be done with no effort on her part. So she wants to be there, I think, but no effort on her part. She don't want to feel any discomfort going through this. And that it just doesn't work it doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. The path of least resistance is what Foodie's all about.
I'm not giving up. How can you give up when you haven't even
She is
started?
so defiant.
Do you guys like flats or drumettes?
Hey, Marie Johnson.
I love the flats. Someone's not big on chicken wings. He's not big on eating chicken without rice.
Okay, so here's a lie we catch her in. He's not big on eating chicken, but yet you lie and say he eats all the chicken. He eats the majority of the bucket when you get a bucket. So that's a lie.
So Someone's not big on chicken wings. He's not big on eating chicken without rice.
He's not big on eating chicken. Remember that next time she says he eats all the
Okay, one
chicken.
more cookie.
Hey,
I'm not
Linda,
getting that.
listen.
My gosh. Julie, I wish you were human so you could eat this with me. It's like a cookie pizza.
Right, Jamie. Addicts lie, though, and Chantel is always lying. Chantel is always, like, if her lips are moving, then she's telling a fib.
So yes, that's the deal.
It would be, Rosebud. It'd be hilarious. Oh, but remember, she don't lie, she just forgets. That's right. She just forgets or she changes her mind. She's not a liar, guys.
Yeah, I want to do a challenge where I'm like, because we have some food that we have to get rid of before we travel. Because we're going to be traveling for a bit of time. Long enough that we want to get rid of the food, right? When you go on vacation, you want to get rid of anything perishable. So I want to kind of do a challenge where I try to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner or some meals out of what we have already.
Chevy girl?
It's not food I love, that's why I order.
didn't know that. That's crazy.
It's like not interesting. It's like normal food, you know? There's a lot of eggs, a lot. I don't love eggs, but I can stomach them if I make my cheese eggs, put them with a lot of cheese. So anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I guess that's it for now.
All right, so you guys all seen, this is how Chantel prepares for travel. Okay. Let's see how else Chantel prepares for travel. Here's another way she prepares for travel.
Hello.
Keep forever and ever. Can't wait to hear from you.
After he says those words. It's the dead silence after he goes missing. After he says those words. It's the dead silence after he says those words that really just like, and it's so eerie. Hello guys, hi. So today I have some Subway. They have a deal where you get a side, a drink, and a 4-inch.
Oh, of course, it's another deal. You guys, it's another deal. Can you believe it? I can't. Okay.
Which I've never had, but I decided to have this and pair it with some bonus noodles. Yes. So I got a spicy BMT. And let me see this spicy BMT.
Noodles with a sandwich. Nice. Mm-hmm. Indomie noodles with a sandwich and chips. Can we say carby carb?
Oh, it's like a 6-inch. Okay, all they put on it is like pepperoni with nothing on it. That's so weird. No cheese, nothing. I'll be right back. Okay, I added my own toppings. So, so all I had was ketchup, mustard, mayo, and cheese. So, and a Coca-Cola Zero. These are the best ketchup chips ever.
Maybe Sala was trying to cut you down on the cheese, girl.
They're Hector's ketchup. Bismillah and beauty bite. Okay, so.
Damn, that
You know
is a lot of mayo.
In particular, unsolved mysteries. And I've been watching the new season of Unsolved Mysteries.
Oranges.
But I came across this mystery of.
Yeah, I think Sala was trolling her this time. He's like, no cheese for Foodie, no mayo, no cheese. Let's just make it plain. We got a trip of travel. We got a plane to catch. Make it plain for the plane.
A young guy, 19 years of age, who disappeared, and just the way he disappeared was so tragic for his family. And I mean, no disrespect talking about this case, but it's really, really bizarre. And I really hope that this guy is found. But the conditions in which he disappeared were just so weird. And I have my other phone here to look at because I don't have a good memory with like little details. So it's the case of Brandon Swanson.
Here we go.
He was 19 and he was from Marshall, Minnesota. And on May 14th, 2008, just after midnight.
Oh my gosh. Well, is she going to read this the whole time? Look down at her phone. That is so rude, girl. You should have tried to research. You have all the time in the world to research stuff. You sit there all day long.
He drove his car into a ditch. Survived that without a scratch. So he called his parents. He didn't know where he was, but he thought that he was near a town called Lind.
Yes, deep lane, boss, deep lane.
I'm guessing also Minnesota.
I used to love me some.
And his parents were like, okay, we're going to come get you. Just stay where you are.
Gosh,
so he stayed where he was for quite a while.
Now I forgot the name of the show. I forgot the name of the show, Jamie Carpenter. Help me. My mind. That would have taken effort, right, Great Grebo? Thank you, Fantasy Island. Yes, I used to love that show. It was the best. It was the best. I remember I used to watch it with my mom back in the day.
A while on the phone with his parents, and occasionally there would be interference and stuff, but he stayed on the phone. And he stayed on the phone with his parents until, they couldn't find him. They had their lights on. They were looking around in the direction where he thought he was. And they couldn't find his car or Brandon on the side of the road at all. So Brandon decided.
You don't remember that show, Sea Life? Well, depending on how old you were, it was back in the 80s. Yep. So I think I was watching it around 86. Yeah, around 86.
To start walking towards some lights, he thought, towards the town of Lind, and told his dad to just pick him up in a known parking lot of an establishment. I think it was a restaurant or a bar.
Too.
So his dad was like, okay,
I love that,
and headed over towards that area. Now Brandon was walking through a field. Apparently, I think I saw somewhere he was walking through like a dark field, but it would have been dark regardless, So he started walking towards Lind, and what he thought was Lind, and 47 minutes later, all the while he's still on the phone with his parents. His parents hear, oh shit, and then silence until the parents had to finally disconnect the call and try to call again. But imagine, you hear, oh shit, and then silence for a while, and you're like, Brandon, and there's no answer. It was just so eerie because They didn't hear anything else. Now it turns
Why
out
are her eyes darting all around again?
Brandon was actually, his cell signal, his cell phone records show that he was actually not going where he thought he was going. He was actually going 40 kilometers, about 25 miles in the opposite direction to where he thought he was going. So no wonder no one could find him. He was coming from like a party, like end of spring semester party.
Oh, it was from 77 to 84. When did I watch it? They had reruns, though. Yeah. They had reruns of that and The Love Boat. The Love Boat is exciting and new. Sorry. The Love Boat. I remember that. No cell phones back then. No.
So people were wondering if maybe he was intoxicated and disoriented. But his parents said he sounded very coherent, not inebriated at all. Plus, he shouldn't have been driving if he was drinking. But people still do.
Oranges said, don't listen to her telling the story, especially if you already know it. She tells it all wrong. That's right. Yes, the captain was hot, right? The little guy that played on Fantasy Island died. Oh, I didn't know that, Chevy girl. That's sad.
But since he's never found, there's no way to test his alcohol level.
Hold on. Great Grebo says, her eyes are darting from muscle memory of telling inappropriate stories while gorging herself in her car. It's because she was worried to be overheard or seen, or she does it out of habit. Yeah.
So in the morning, his parents reported him missing to the Lynn police, who were like, just kind of like, wait a while, this happens with young people, you know, maybe he's just out somewhere, yada, yada, yada. So the search, because of that, started for him late.
She doesn't take any time with anything to get anything right. The nerve. The nerve.
There's some controversy about that. About starting searches late, like waiting a while just because he's an adult. Like, I think they passed a Brandon's law, which means like police have to take into account certain factors before deciding on starting a search. Because in my opinion, like, okay, yeah, let's say, you know, he just didn't come home, like it was the next morning they found that he didn't come home. Maybe he just like got drunk, passed out, and didn't come home right away. That's a little different than him kind of, you know, being in a car crash and then saying, oh shit, and then nothing. You know, like, to me, they should have started the investigation right away. So they should take into those factors of the situation, but like case by case basis, not just like a one size fits all kind of deal. So
yeah, Blue Eyes, she literally swallows it. She might like chomp it once or twice, and then I don't know how she does that. I'm such a slow eater, seriously, if you go out with me, but I have to like literally like chew my food very good. I don't know how. That's why her digestion is horrible, you know.
They also had sniffer dogs that led them around the Yellow Medicine River, but no body was ever found in the river. There was no other evidence to suggest that he did fall in the river, because his last known location was near the Yellow Medicine River, apparently. My thought on that is, wouldn't they hear a splash? Wouldn't they hear him calling for help?
Don't you guys think, like, by looking at her the way she eats, doesn't it scare you like she's gonna choke? Because I always like eat slow because like I have this fear of choking. So I'm like, I chew everything really well. So when I watch her eat, I'm like, oh my God, this woman is gonna choke.
Drowning, or you know what I mean? It's the dead silence after he goes missing, after he says those words. It's the dead silence after he says those words that really just like It's so eerie.
Thank you, Great Grebo.
And if he was grabbed, wouldn't you hear a struggle? Wouldn't you hear a call out for help?
I've honestly tuned out her story time because I know it's like BS. So I'm not even like paying attention to the story time.
It's the eerie silence. I don't know. The whole thing
You
is
don't
bizarre.
know either. Yeah, we know you don't know. You don't know.
Very delicious food. I hope sincerely that they do find answers someday.
No, you don't. All you're worried about is, well, wondering why you only got a 6-inch instead of a 12. Sally cut you down on the 6-inch too, didn't he?
The theory that he
Small hand Sally. Soft hand Sally. Small hand, soft hand Sally. I'm trying to. Okay.
ran away, wanted to go missing, is kind of bizarre to me. It doesn't make sense. Because why would he crash his car? Or why would he call his parents to find him?
Birthing
That
hit.
makes zero sense.
Yep.
So I haven't like
2.25
ruled out foul play,
inches. Hey, Charlie.
but there's just no evidence to suggest that there was foul play. So the whole thing is just bizarre. And I find when people just like disappear seemingly into thin air with no evidence to suggest what happened to this person,
Hey,
not even a
John,
clue.
man.
To me, that's very bizarre. Very bizarre. And to me, it's bizarre that he disappeared so quietly. You know, after saying those words, it's just weird to me. So,
I think Chantel is actually bigger down there than he is, to be honest with you. Her labia is probably bigger than. Well, never mind.
the new season of Unsolved Mysteries, I've watched it because I'm a fan.
Hey,
But
Bloop Nation.
the new season is probably the weakest one, season 4, in my opinion. They did a whole episode on the Mothman. Like, how many times has the Mothman been done? Not only that, they did an episode on the original series with Robert Stack. We don't need another one. Okay,
Shut up, Chantel.
maybe for me, cryptids are not that interesting. Like, I used to be so afraid of Bigfoot. And if I saw Bigfoot today, I would be freaked out. But I kind of don't believe in any of that. Although, I don't dispute that people do see these things. It's just like, the Mothman?
The fact that you are still existing without major medical, like a major medical event, the fact that you've been able to fly a few times and not have a major medical event yet, you should believe in something that don't exist. Because you're existing, I do believe other things exist too. How about that?
Could kind of be anything. You know? A huge crane, or I don't know.
Could be anything big that squawks.
She's an anomaly.
I really don't get it. I found that episode boring. If you like the Mothman, okay, but for me it was kind of boring.
Right, Charlie? Hey, I would. Jamie Carpenter. Anything is possible now. Look at what the talks about aliens being real. Aliens are real. So how do we know there isn't other stuff out there? We don't. We don't until we prove it not to exist. We can't prove that it doesn't exist,
Obviously,
right?
I failed my challenge of eating everything in my house, but we don't have that much left, really. Most of what we have can wait. I'll cook up the veggies tomorrow.
She did say in her live the other day that she had 1 pack of noodles left. So this is the pack that she decided to eat with her meal, her Subway meal. Now they're all gone. She ate through 10 packs of noodles in less than a week. Was it about a week? About a week.
We have eggs. I might freeze my butter. These ketchup chips are the best. Now, if you like this kind of content,
How much you want to bet? Well, I think Sally ordered this meal, but if he didn't, she's definitely got a backup bag of ketchup chips.
and you want me to like do once a week or something, a true crime or mystery Monday,
That
Let
would
me know.
explain the solo it takes to get.
when I'm traveling, of course, I'll put it on hold. But
Oh,
was delicious.
really? Really, Jamie?
Um,
I think it's so creepy that there's stuff out there we don't know about. But it's kind of cool too. All right, so now we're going to get into the video she put out today titled, "I'm so not ready to travel and bigger than ever. Gee, I wonder why." I wonder why.
so
Cutie.
just
All right.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
Hi, we interrupt this program for a special announcement. Get a cameo from me today and don't delay. I can sing happy
Hi,
birthday or tell me what you
Fiona.
want. I'm like Burger King. You can have it your way. Cameos make great gifts and you can keep them forever and ever.
Hi, Patty. Hey, Fiona's mom. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Bye.
like for me, I don't like the situation I'm in. I wish I was able to change it a bit, but I didn't. So this is the situation I have to deal with. How am I going to make it comfortable? How am I going to make it good for myself? You know, because it's crunch time and I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. This is just going to be.
How to travel fat. Really? Is this the video we're making now? Come on, girl. You might as well title it How to Be Lazy.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So the purpose of this video today is going to be talking about traveling as an obese person, somebody who's severely overweight like myself.
Super morbidly obese. Let's say it together, Chantel. Super morbidly obese.
And how I managed to travel long distances, how I managed to travel at all as an overweight person. And
you barely getting by, girl.
I'm sure that there are a lot of obese people out there who would love to travel, but they're just afraid to for certain reasons, albeit the stigma that goes along with being overweight, the reception from
you are a ticking time bomb.
Public. I'm not sure how it's, overweight people are treated in different countries, to the actual logistics of traveling, like the physical part, how it's hard, mobility wise, or plane traveling and stuff like that. Will you fit in the seats, and little fears that overweight people tend to have when it comes to traveling. So I'm just going to talk a bit about my personal experience, in particular in regards to my current trip coming up. Now, I will say I've been saying for months, I want to get ready for the trip. I want to lose some weight for the trip, because I 100% don't dispute the fact that if I lose weight, my mobility will increase greatly. I'll feel better. I'll be able to do a lot more. But as it turns out, I've been struggling a lot, and I haven't been able to meet my goal. And but I'm still traveling. We have the tickets from a long time ago, the hotel booked.
Girl, you never meet a goal. You don't even make it a day. You can't even make it 24 hours.
From a long time ago. And I still had a lot of fun when I went to Thailand. So how I did it, basically, I do still have some anxieties, of course, like everyone else, but I know I might look super tired because I have allergies and I have no makeup on, eye makeup on right now. So yeah, it's almost time to travel, and I have not lost any weight. I've gained some weight, so it will be a bit harder on me, but there are some ways that you can still be comfortable while traveling as an obese person, as comfortable as you can be. Obviously, losing the weight would have been ideal for me. Maybe I can, lose some weight while I'm there, continue to try. We'll see.
Girl, you are not going to lose weight on vacation. You're going to be extra lazy on vacation, and you're going to be eating way more on vacation than you eat at home. Because you're going to use the excuse. Like, you're going to use the excuse to tell Sally, well, it's vacation. When I get home from vacation, I'll go on a diet. Yeah, that's you.
Every day is a fight, a struggle for me. And so, yeah, but that's a topic for another time. So the plane ride, about fitting on the planes, used to be one of my biggest fears as an overweight person. And I can tell you that most of the time, there was a couple times I got lucky, but I've flown from Canada to Kuwait to the Middle East, 13-hour flight, 14 hours in the plane, many times. And most of the time I have to sit beside somebody. And I think it just depends on your body type, your body shape, more than how much you weigh. Like, I'm an apple shape.
Ma'am, that's a lie. That weight is a lie. And also, you still spill over. Yes, you are big. When you turn to the side, you're definitely bigger. But you're still big. You're still wide. So you're still taking up room from somebody else. You need 2 seats.
And, from the front, I still look big, but I don't look as big. I'm not as big from this way as I am sideways. So if you are pear-shaped, you carry most of your weight in your hips, you're going to have a harder time, depending on your size, with the airplane seats that are very narrow, as opposed to somebody who carries most of their weight in the abdomen. You will probably need a seatbelt extender.
She's basically telling people that are apple-shaped that you don't need 2 seats, and that is false. That is false. Ma'am, you need 2 seats. You said yourself that you were all up in this guy's space that last time you flew, so you definitely need 2 seats.
But you can actually order one online. Just Google search seatbelt extender for the either a universal one or a particular airline you're looking for. They do sell them on Amazon for pretty cheap. Now, I don't mind asking. That's if you're not okay with asking for a seatbelt extender. I don't mind asking for a seatbelt extender. I get on the plane, they direct me to my seat. There's usually a flight attendant that is in the aisles, so I just ask them, may I have a seatbelt extender? You can even bring them to the back, ask to talk to them privately and ask for one. And it's usually, they're very easy to use. You don't have to worry about that. They just clip into the seatbelt. So yeah, I'm just used to it. I'm not really embarrassed by that. There's quite a few other people that need seatbelt extenders on the flights usually. If not, you're the only one, that's fine. You'll probably need one if you're a certain size or certain weight, but it's not always weight based. So to say, if I'm this much weight while I fit on a plane, it just depends on the dimensions. It depends on your body type. It depends on a lot of things. So if I am lucky and I don't have anyone seated beside me, I usually just lift up the other armrest.
And she pisses me off if I'm lucky. So you go flying by luck, but as long as you're comfortable, nobody else's ride matters, right? People pay a lot of money to go on flights, and they don't need your ass hanging off, spilling over into their seat.
For more comfort.
2 seats.
But yeah, depending on the airline, you can also, for an additional fee, small additional fee, book an extra seat beside you. I know a few airlines do that. I think some American airlines, some international airlines, it just depends. So you can also ask at the ticket counter when you're getting your boarding pass. You can ask, are there any seats left? Because most people will have their seats by then. Are there any seats left that there's an empty seat beside? Another thing is, I love the window seat, but
I don't think she does buy 2 seats. I don't think she does because she's too damn cheap. I mean, it is a good theory. I understand where you're coming from with it. But I seriously don't think, because she's the type of person that doesn't care about anybody else but herself.
aisle seat actually gives you more room because you can kind of, whenever they're not doing dinner service, or you'll get knocked out by a cart. But you can kind of put your legs out a bit into the aisleway. You can spill out a bit into the aisleway is what I'm looking to say. So I've become more accustomed with the travel that way, and I'm not too nervous about that. It's not as long of a flight this time as going to Canada, so it's something I can endure. As for the mobility part, because, you know, airports are hard to maneuver, you know, even for a fit person, they're exhausting if you know, have to be running around when you're tired and traveling all day. So I have a lot of health issues, and
That's why you ride on the cart everywhere. You don't walk the airports, you take the rides.
I do have mobility issues because of my weight. Somehow in travel day, I'm able to just like suck it up, but it is hard. It's harder for sure. It's more difficult. I get winded more easily. My lower back starts hurting, you know, just those kind of things. So, if the airport has a service where you can request, like for certain people, you know, you can request a wheelchair. Sometimes I approach these carts that are driving around and just like beg them for a ride to my gate.
Oh, so now we know when she goes with Sally, he pushes her in the wheelchair to her gate. That's right. Okay. We got you.
Usually do oblige, except when I went to Germany, they kind of just like said no. So, but here in the Middle East, they always have the complimentary service. Even in the Montreal airport, they do have a little train station you can wait at, and someone will take you to your gate if you're disabled, you have mobility issues, or you're elderly. So feel free to use those.
So you're taken away from real disabled people. Okay. Because you choose to be this way. You choose to be this way.
I try to walk it unless I'm really, really struggling. Then I'll ask for a ride. So, but being on the plane for a long time, it actually does feel good to walk a bit after, even though, you know, it's hard for me. So
hi, Claudia.
I'm going to try to walk it. If it's really tough on me, I'll try to find somebody to take me. But what I usually do is just kind of, airports have a lot of seating usually. So I use those moving walkways, you know, to take a break. I just stand on them and let them push me down the way. I also find some seating somewhere. So I take some walks and then I take some breaks. So taking breaks are very, very important.
She probably sits at every gate. She probably walks, and if she is walking, she probably walks from gate to gate, sits between every gate.
Staying hydrated. I always have water on me. Actually, right now talking, I'm pretty thirsty. So make sure you have a lot of water. For example, at the Doha airport here, there in Qatar, not here, but in Qatar, they have water stations that you can refill your water bottles for free. So be on the lookout for those near the washrooms. So that's what I do. So that's how I treat my mobility issues. Even when I was in Thailand, sometimes I didn't.
Do you guys think she does that, Kazaya? She doesn't, Susie Q. None whatsoever. She's definitely not walking.
Have a hard time walking around, and I could walk around for like, you know, sometimes an hour, maybe 2 hours, even without sitting down. But that was like just walking around looking at things, not like vigorous walking.
You've never walked 2 hours without sitting down. What are you talking about? That's impossible for you.
Sometimes I would be tired on certain days, and I would walk, and then I would sit, walk and sit, and just find anywhere to sit. Like one time we were walking on the street, and it was just really humid, and I was getting exhausted. And so I found these stairs, these steps leading to a business building, and I just sat on them for a minute, you know, and I was okay to get up again and walk. So taking breaks is very important. Know your limits with your mobility to make it more enjoyable for you. You know, ideally, like for me, I don't like the situation I'm in. I wish I was able to change it a bit, but I didn't. So this is the situation I have to deal with. How am I going to make it comfortable?
Well, wishing that you could change it isn't going to change it. You actually need to do. You actually need to. You actually need to try. Like, you have never gone a day trying to lose weight. Nope, never gone a 24-hour period trying anything.
How am I going to make it good for myself? You know, another thing I find, I don't know if like all obese people
hi Granny Noodle
have this problem, but I'm always hot and I'm always sweaty. So I make sure to have I don't have it around here with me, but a personal fan, and make sure it's charged. make sure your personal fan is with you at all times, especially in hotter countries. It's a lifesaver, especially walking around airports when you're, doing more activity and you're sweaty. So yeah, that's pretty much how I deal with my mobility issues. I just make sure that I have take enough breaks, and I choose.
How come you haven't been moving knowing that you're going on vacation? How come you haven't been in the pool on a daily basis, walking in the pool? No, you don't do anything. You are so lazy.
Activities and scope out the areas on Google and check out like images on Google Image to make sure that there's enough seating. Like you have to know your limits. Like if you can push yourself, but to a certain extent, you don't want it to become dangerous, and you don't want to overdo it and become sick abroad and have to worry about going to the hospital and stuff like that. So like just be sure to know your limitations. It's very important. I sometimes push myself too much, and then my muscles are sore, or I have blisters, or
press X to doubt that she pushes herself too much. I highly doubt that.
Or I just don't really feel too well. I feel like I'm going to pass out. So I don't want to get to that point ever again. It's better to take your time and just have a seat if you really need to. So yeah, that's even if that means going to the airport earlier or planning more time in between. Like
yeah, this is where I actually feel bad for soft hands Sally, is that and trust me, I don't like Sally at all. But can you imagine going on a trip with Foodie? Like, basically, she holds them up. She can't do nothing. Hey, Shushu. They can't go, he can't go sightseeing or do anything like he'd want to do. I would never want to go on a trip with Foodie. No thanks.
Finding a flight that, instead of having an hour time, let's say your transit, so I can't talk today. What I do is I usually choose flights with a longer transit time. If I have to take two, if there's a stop in between, basically, if I have to take two flights, there's two legs, because I know that an hour is not going to be enough time to rush for me. So to avoid that stress, I'd rather have a longer transit time than have to rush and overdo it for myself. So those are just
I believe she gets to the airport way early too, so that she can get in her meals. Her meals. Did you mind? Did you hear me? Meals, so she can get in her meals.
Knacks that I use to deal with my weight issues when traveling, and it can be, you can have a normal time or near normal time anyway if you just choose things that, if you know your limits, if you know where you're going, if there's going to be seating and stuff like that. Another thing that I do is I use transportation. So I make sure that we go as close to the place as possible, get dropped off as close as possible. I don't want to exhaust myself, use all of my energy reserves and capabilities walking to the place and then having to do a few more hours of walking around. So I make sure to, it's kind of a little bit of extra money. For example, when we were in Thailand, the metro was a lot cheaper than taking a Bolt or a taxi. But the Bolts and taxis in Thailand were not actually that expensive, so it didn't really make much of a difference, which is something I liked. No matter how long the ride is, they had a set price, and it was usually only maybe 50 bahts more than taking the metro or something like that. So in Thailand, I took a lot of the taxis. I don't think we ever used public transportation because
that's because you didn't want to be stared at and you don't like to be with other people.
It was hot.
And you might have not fit on some of the public transportation, to be honest with you.
It was humid. I knew that I wouldn't be able to walk too far, especially where our hotel was. It was kind of out of the way. So I didn't want to exhaust myself knowing that I'm not a normal, healthy person.
So do I, blue eyes.
And that's another thing.
I think she wears diapers on the plane too.
Know who you are and know your limits. That's so important. And don't be ashamed. Don't be comparing yourself to a healthier person and saying I keep it in the back of my mind that yes, I would like to be like that. I would like.
My God, this woman is so delusional. You're delulu, girl.
To be healthier. Okay. But at the same time, while I'm living this, I have to accept what I am at the moment and try to enjoy myself regardless. So just, I'm not saying be proud of your limitations, but just don't let them deter your traveling and ruin it for you. Don't be ashamed, oh, I have to take, I have these mobility issues. I need certain things. Don't be ashamed of that. and don't try to act like a thinner, more in shape person and do what they do. Just know what you need to do for you and do it, like for me, I couldn't, I don't think I could fathom taking public transportation, walking for a bit, getting on another metro, walking for a bit. Like I have anxiety issues, and I also have mobility issues. So for me, that just wasn't ideal. So I just took the public.
You just have like super morbidly obese issues. That's what you have.
I mean, I took the taxis, the Grabs, the Bolts, excuse me, and just have them drop you off right in front of the place. And then you can enjoy more of your time actually doing the activity instead of worrying about all those anxieties that you have being an
You have, I've ate 5 backup sandwich issues. That's what kind of issues you have. I eat backup sandwiches and buckets of chicken, and that's your issue, girl.
overweight person with mobility issues and just getting there, So yeah, you can save a few bucks, but for me, it's just wasn't feasible. So yeah, we put out the extra money for that. The transportation was important. So even if you have to balance something else, like if you have less shopping money to spend more on transportation, if it makes your trip more enjoyable that way, then you do that. It's kind of like just checks and balances kind of deal. So yeah. So anyways, there's plenty of activities you can do that don't require, hiking in a mountain and stuff like that, things that you're just not physically able to do. You can find things, just an equal amount of things that you are physically able to do and still have fun on your trip as an overweight person. So I hope that
Oh yeah. Are you going to tell them about the ceiling in the hotel and eating like 7-Eleven, getting bags of junk from 7-Eleven daily? That's the things that you do on your vacation, is you sit in the hotel room day and night and eat junk.
quell some of your anxieties. If you're overweight and you've always dreamed of traveling and you're waiting to lose weight to do it, there's always ways you can travel. So don't worry about that. You can follow along, our travel journey for more. I also have some travel videos on our Salah and Chantal channel. You can check it out. The link's in the description. And I also have some channels in my, I also have some videos on my channel as well. I'll try to link them in the description as well, so you can see how I traveled.
She's out of breath just talking about travel. My gosh, girl, you're in bad shape.
Throughout various times, and didn't think I could do it either, but I did. And each time you do something you don't think you can, you get stronger and it gets easier to do. So yes.
It's getting harder for you to do things. What are you talking about? Delulu.
Anyway, thank you for listening to me. So I'm not ready to travel as I thought I would be, but we're gonna still do this. It'll be interesting and a little more challenging, but there are ways. And
yeah, it's getting harder and harder for you to travel. My goodness, she's out of breath just talking about the travel. My gosh, this is delusions. ER holiday beezing. We can see the scenic overseas hospital, right? Oh, okay. Anywho, guys, well, that's that. That is our foodie, I believe, is either preparing to travel or is in transit right now. So I have a feeling we're going to be able to see what's going on with Foodie's travel. I can't wait. I am so ready for something else. You guys have no idea. But you do. All right, guys. Well, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, guys, please. And thank you. I really appreciate you being here. Y'all mean so much to me. So thank you for coming. I'm going to go ahead and take off for tonight. I hope you enjoy your Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe wherever you are. And make sure you stay skinny in the dark. Bye, guys.